All right, Adaptive Fitness. It's time for day number 2 of week 6 of the Adaptive Fitness General Physical Preparedness Program. We are back again with the 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off today for shoulder press. Let's jump right into that. So shoulder press, we've been doing it for a while now. So again, we're gonna have that weight sitting on our shoulders, elbows pointed straight ahead, and then pressing those straight overhead. Biceps finished by the ears, that weight straight up. Keep that pelvis locked down under the torso to avoid any arching of the back. Same goes for standing. Keep that torso locked down for the back straight. Legs don't move, only the shoulders move. Same finishing position. Again, 30 seconds of working, 30 seconds off. Again, we did this in week number 2, and I believe we only had 3 rounds, so we've got 1 extra round, a little bit more challenge. Feel free to use that same weight you used for week 2, and compare how you did. Otherwise, you can go, if it felt really heavy the first time around, feel free to go back, go a little lighter. If you feel that you can do just as well with heavier weight, feel free to do that. A couple alternative ways to do that shoulder press. We've got just one weight, pressing that overhead. If you just are doing single arm, you can do 30 seconds one side, and switch and do 30 seconds on the other side, and then you just won't get the rest period. Or you can use some alternative objects. You've got the duffel bag, just pressing that, just make sure it gets underneath the head, and then press it out so it's locked out. Pretty much whatever you've been using for your shoulder press, stick with that. And then once we're done with that, then we can go on to our conditioning piece. We've got a 2-round workout. Each round is going to be, for standing, it'll be 40 lateral line hops, 20 air squats, and 20 plank shoulder taps. We'll go through those really fast. For seated, it'll be 20 seated weight side-to-side transfers, kind of that seated Russian twist that we've been doing. 20 dips and 20 alternating weight to shoulder, kind of that clean that we've been working on. And then we can do that from either the ground, from the hang, or from the lat. I'll show that momentarily as well. So let's just go over the standing version real quick. So we'll start with that lateral line hop. You can pretty much make any sort of line anywhere. I'm going to use a PVC pipe, for example. And it's going to be hopping from side to side. If you can't hop, just stepping side to side. Each of those step overs counts as 1, so it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 40. After we finish those 40, then we can go to our 20 air squats. Again, air squats, we've been working on our squats for a while. Those toes pointed out slightly. Knees track in the same direction. Chest stays up, back stays straight. And then getting below parallel, or if we can't, just getting as low as we can. So 20 of those, and then 20 plank shoulder taps. So we're going to go down to the floor in our plank position, and then we're just gonna touch our opposite shoulder with our hand, switching off every time. These will be like the lateral line hops, where each of these counts as 1. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can't hold that plank position completely, you can go down to your knees and then do those shoulder taps. So after 20 of those, Then you will go back to the lateral line hops, and then you'll go through that one more time as fast as you can. So now on to the seated version. So we've got that weight side to side transfer, or that Russian twist. They're pretty much the same. We'll have our weight. There we go. And then we're just shifting that back and forth. So after we finish those 40, we'll go on to our 20 dips. There we go. Again, I've been showing off chair dips. There are a couple different options you have for dips. Again, just the arms are working. Get those arms down to about, make that 90-degree angle with that elbow, or as close to that as you can, and then press to lock those arms out. So then after 20 of those, then the 20 alternating weight to shoulder. You can have a single weighted object for that. I'll show with a dumbbell. So like I said before, this can be from the ground, from the hang with that extended arm, or from the lap. All right. All right. So then, again, we go through that 40, 20, and 20. Then we go through that one more time as fast as we can. And then your time is the time to complete all of those reps. It should be 160 total reps. So then once we're done with that, then we can go to our accessory work. Again, 2 rounds, just going through some stretching. We'll go to standing first. Then we'll start off with 20 seconds of calf stretch on each side. This is a standing calf stretch. So we'll have that toe pointed up, and then leaning forward, feeling that stretch through the calf. 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. After that, then we'll go to then we can go to our goddess pose. Again, just kind of holding the bottom of that squat. Then 30 seconds of A's. This should be a new one. So the way we'll do our A's, it's kind of just having our shoulders out, and then we're gonna pull them backwards until we get to about this position, making an A with our arms and our chest. So we have that pulling motion. I'll show you how to do it with a band. I'd recommend doing it with that. If you have the availability to anchor a resistance band up high and then pull straight downwards, I'd recommend doing that. But if not, you can anchor it to something on the ground and still just pull from kind of the shoulders right out in front of you, down to your sides and through. So after 30 seconds of that, then you'll go back to the goddess pose, holding the bottom of that squat, and you'll go through that a total of 2 times. And then for seated, we've got 2 rounds. First up, we've got a minute of T-spine twists. So again, this will just be a seated activity, and then we're just going to rotate our torso. We'll feel it kind of in the middle of the back. All right. After a minute of those, then we'll go do our 30-second overhead hold. You can do this with weight, with a very light weight, or anything you have really. You've got PVC pipe, you've got a resistance band, just really activating all of those muscles used to hold something overhead. Keep that upper back, the lats pushed all the way through the shoulders. Hold that for 30 seconds. 30 seconds of A's, same way I showed before. You can anchor that to something, anchor it high or anchor it low. And then again, going back to that overhead hold for 30 seconds. So then we'll go through that twice. And then that will do it for day number 2 of week 6. Right. Good work, Adaptive Fitness. Be sure to come back for the last day this week. And remember, stay active, stay healthy, and I will see you again for day number 3 of week 6 of the Adaptive Fitness General Physical Preparedness Program. All right.